Hey guys, Blessing here, and how are you all doing? So I do understand that this might be a different kind of video than you guys are accustomed to on this page, because normally I'll talk about celebs on my other page, Blessing Njoh the analyst. But the reason I decided to bring this one here today, I hope you guys can hear me. I'm trying not to talk too loud because the kids are sleeping. The reason I decided to bring this video here to this page is because I see similarities in the story of Janemena and her partner with my story, and as long as it concerns my personal situation, I'm gonna always bring the story here. Now, I saw this picture a while ago. You guys, some of you know that Janemena recently had a baby. I think some weeks ago, if not months ago. And I saw the picture celebrating or talking about, oh, we had a baby, and it came to light that they were having a baby 12 after they met, or after they started to date. And that is exactly how long it took us to have our first baby. 12 years. That is a long time. And I know people might have different ideas about that. People might have different assumptions about that. Like, okay, why did they wait 12 whole years to have a baby? I mean, people don't even wait to get married. Most people don't even wait to get married. They start to date. They know, okay, we want to be with each other. They start to make babies. You know, they cohabit and start to make babies. But in our situation, we decided not to do it that way. And it was a conscious decision. Like I said before, it's very, very easy for people to assume that there has to be a problem somewhere. Either, oh, the man doesn't want it, or oh, the woman doesn't want it, or oh, there is no love there. If there is love, then they should have babies, or they should make babies. The assumptions are maybe logical, but not always true. You cannot be too sure about that. People don't leave enough room for choice, for the option of choice or the possibility of choice. And in most cases, it's just two people telling themselves that we are not ready for this life. We are not ready yet. We want to be stable fully in every ramification before we invite a third party who hasn't asked to be brought into it. So it's not just about yourself. It's not just about, oh, let me start having kids. Oh, I'm getting older, or people expect me to have kids. We've been together for so long, so let's have kids. Sometimes you have to put yourself out of it and do what you believe is best for the child that is coming. So when Janemena was with the guy, before they had kids, it was just the same almost with what we had, that people told, people gossiped, people assumed. And to my surprise, it wasn't even so much to my surprise. She put up in which it was just clear that she chose, or they chose, not to have kids earlier than now. And I'm going to read that caption for you guys. She put up this Instagram picture and she wrote, "You'd have to be an amazing person to get me to stop taking my birth control." So she was on birth control, and same applies to me. I know it's going to sound like, for 12 years, what are you thinking? Yes, for 12 years. And bottom line for me now is that different people have different goals in life. Different people have what they find important in life. Different people have different priorities. Some people just feel like, oh, if I bring a child into the world, God is going to take care of the child. Is it not food? What's the child going to eat? How much is food? Is it not clothes? But for us, we believe giving a child the best life is the best. And what you see as the best life is not necessarily what we see as the best life. For us, the best life is not just, oh, let the child have a roof over his head. Let the child have, clothes on her back or his back. Let the child be provided with food every day. For us, it goes way beyond that. It's not only for the child, but also for us. In what kind of condition do we want to bring a child forth into the world? For some people, for example, I live here in the Netherlands. There are people who live in Europe undocumented. They give birth to children, and it's possible. It's okay if they don't have a problem with it, if it doesn't bother them. In my case, as a person, I'll be like, no, I'm not going to bring a third party into a situation like that, number one. Number two, do I have a job, a stable job that can really give that child the life of? I am not lacking anything. I'm going to give you guys another example because I really need to explain for you to understand, because I know it could be really difficult for people to relate with what I'm saying, because they'll feel like, no, because I had my first child when I was 34. 34, yeah, around 34 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, thereabout. And for some people that is a stretch. Like, you were with this man for 12 years before you got pregnant, or 11 years before you got pregnant, and then the 12th year you put to bed, or I might be missing some months in between. For us, let me just say, for me now as a person, I grew up well, growing up, well-to-do home, with, some people call it, with a silver spoon in your mouth. And for me, to bring in a child into the world would mean the child has to be hyper comfortable. I, as the expectant mom, have to be hyper comfortable. When I say hyper comfortable, I don't want to have to be pregnant and worry about, oh my God, it's raining, it's snowing, I have to jump on my bicycle. I don't want to have to worry about that. I want to be able to drive. So before the children started to come for us, it was, I have my driver's license, I have my degree, I have my job, well-paying job. We have bought a house. We just have everything. Everything is settled. Everything is put in place. That when our first child came, let me give you guys another instance, just for you to understand the level of comfort that I'm talking about. He is now 4 years old, but at his age, he has already visited 7 countries internationally. That is another example, because for me, I don't want a situation where I have a child and he's lacking. He might not know that, his children don't know that they lack, but you as a parent, you want a certain kind of life for that child, but you can't give that life. Why would I want to put a child through that when I know that this child deserves this life, but I can't give him that? So I'd rather wait to be able to give that child that before bringing that child in. So that was just our mindset going into it. The child wants, we want to go on vacation. We don't have to bother, documents, or, why are we spending so much money? We go, you're pregnant, you go on a baby moon. The baby is born, you can travel everywhere with the child as much as you want. It's the child's birthday. You can give the child the best gifts. When I say the best gifts, you don't have to worry about, the price. It's 100 euros, it's 200, even if it's 400, it's for the birthday, you're going for it. So for us, it was just more of the comfort, the luxury, just having that balanced, settled life before bringing in a child. So bone of contention here is that when you see couples who don't have kids, always have it in mind that sometimes it's their choice. It's just their choice. They don't have to be having a problem, fertility problem whatsoever, not to want to have children. Maybe they just chose not to. So it's just like a wake-up call for you guys to use this example of Janemena and to bring it side by side with mine, showing you guys the similarities and letting you guys know that people have different reasons. Some women don't mind, some women mind, like, no, I can do better, I can give my child better. And for some people, basic life is good enough. For other people, hyper comfortable life is just what they are going to give their child, or nothing at all. Like, I am not going to bring a child into the world out of wedlock. For so many people, it really doesn't matter too much to them whether they are married or not. But for me, it has always been a childhood thing that if you want to get me pregnant, you would have to be my husband. I don't want a boyfriend impregnating me, if that makes sense. What happens when you break up with me tomorrow? Then you're just a boyfriend, and I move on to another boyfriend and I get pregnant, then Do you understand? So I'm like, I need that extra guarantee that, okay, if I'm getting pregnant, I'm having kids, it's for the right reasons. It's for a family, a complete and true family structure. And that is what I stuck to, more or less. And we were really ready. We didn't follow the timeline of every other person. We didn't follow, oh, you guys are getting older, or oh, you should do it because your friends are doing it, you know, people of your age are doing it. No, our timeline doesn't have to be your timeline. Everyone has their path in life, and you should create your own rules. You shouldn't do it because it's what society expects of you. You shouldn't do it because, well, it's the normal thing to do. When you have a boyfriend, you're an adult, you should just start having kids. No, you should do it when you feel it's right, when you feel you're ready enough to do it. And that is just the path we followed. We had to feel good about it, feel comfortable about it, feel ready ultimately about it, and that's what we went for. So like I said, getting pregnant wasn't even the issue. It was just a matter of stop taking the pill, stop swallowing the pill. With our second, it took us 10 months. Yeah. And I know I put out a video, you know, dramatizing a bit. As a content creator, you do that bit, but it took us 10 months. It wasn't like, oh, we were searching for 7 years. Oh, it took us 3 years before we got pregnant. No, it was just a choice that, okay, the first one should be semi-independent enough before we bring in another one. You know, especially me, I'm like, no, I can't be running after two. I want to focus on the first one. He's stable. He can do a few things for himself. Then I bring in another one. My body has to recover. And that's another thing. Some people would ask me, oh, Blessing, how are you doing it with, you know, getting back in shape? One thing, I think I did a video about it before. One thing that can really help you is to give yourself a year before getting pregnant for your next child. Your body needs at least a year to bounce back or to recover from a previous pregnancy. And I see these days some women choose. It's a choice. Everyone is free to do what they please. But when you do that, don't expect your body to be, you know, the way it used to be. You see them with little babies breastfeeding and they're already pregnant. And I'm like, what's the rush? You know, but like I said, it's a matter of choice. It's not like you're doing it wrong or right, but you can eat your cake and have it. So for some people, it doesn't matter. They want to have all their kids you know, within a short time range and raise them all up together. That's the excuse I hear a lot. Oh, you can just do it all at once. You don't have to. No, I focus on this one. You know, all my energy is in you. I'm ready for the next one. I go for it. You know, not like you're already struggling with one baby. That one, you're still teaching that one how to go to the toilet. You're still feeding that one. You're already pregnant and struggling after another one. Like, no. So again, do not judge people. Not everybody has a fertility problem. Some people just choose because they want to have a certain standard of life before they start to bring in life in addition to their own life, if that makes sense. So yes, that was it. So I just want to say again, congratulations to Janemena. She has a beautiful husband. I love their relationship. They're keeping it private. You don't really know so much about them. People speculate, people assume as usual, and I always say that the best relationships are the relationships that people don't know much about. You know, those kind of relationships where people say there's something about this couple, I just can't place a finger on it, they are odd. Those are the best, I promise you. If everybody just knows what your relationship is like, if they know, oh, that one is a bad relationship, or oh, that one is an excellent relationship, be careful. But those relationships that only you two know what's up, other people out there can look and guess, they can't tell, keep it that way. Keep it that way. They don't need to know. They don't need to know how great you guys are. They don't need to know how awful your relationship is. What matters is that you both know and you both are good and happy. Because once they know, that's a loophole already. Once they know, they have a way to come in and they have the power to change the status quo. So lastly, do what feels right for you. I'm going to end it here. I think I'm going to ask him. What should I ask him? let me ask him something. Yeah. For example, a couple who doesn't really let people into their relationship. So people don't know about their relationship. The couple doesn't talk about the relationship. So people are looking from the outside and they're like,
to know their relationship.
Yeah, but they cannot know. They don't know. So they can only guess and speculate. Do you think it's a good thing like that?
For people not to know?
Yeah.
Of course it's a good thing. It's more healthier when people don't know, when people don't prognose into your relationship. It's more healthier. Because the more people know about your relationship outside, the more they poison it more.
Yeah.
Even if there's a problem, they still poison it more for you, maybe by instigating others, talking about you, others talking about you. At the end of the day, if the relationship is not healthy, it will even make it more worse by people knowing.
Yeah.
So, and even if it's good, if the relationship is good, they know it's okay if they know. But you don't need to tell them. That's the point.
Yeah.
They can see if something is going good, they can see it. People can see if people who are close to you anyway. That's what I mean. People who are close to you. But all this social media knowing now, I know that those are one of the things.
Also for me on social media, like people don't need to know. You don't need to explain your relationship. You don't need to try to convince. I see people do that a lot. Like really wanting to show the world that we are good, we are in love, we are happy. You don't trust me. If it's real, if it's genuine, if you feel it, you're just happy that you have it. You're cherishing it, you're covering it, you're hiding it. I don't know how else to explain. You don't feel the need to show it to the world. You don't need that validation. You don't need it. You don't even feel the need.
So why will you call it hiding? You're just living your life. Just like I said, you don't need to date that person. So you're just living your life. It's not about hiding. You're not hiding anything to anybody. You're just living your life. Well, unless if you're somebody who's always faking life, then if you want to fake your relationship, like some people, even when it's not going good, they come on social media and still fake it. And the backbiter or the people who are wishing them bad will be waiting for the day. Now everything is going good.
It's over.
Now they are waiting for the day it will happen. The day it will happen. Now they start. You see people. Now they want. That's what they want to hear. The negative part of it. So by then it will be sweetening them. So that's the point, because if people don't know the good part of it, they will also not know when it is wrong. So when they are knowing when it's sweet, then when it's wrong, they also deserve to know. You can't be sharing the good part, you're not sharing the bad part with us.
That's true.
It's just like some people who, I saw one guy making even though it looked like comedy or a skit, he was telling people who are all these rampantly divorcing people these days. He said he has been going to a lot of weddings, and when he goes to those weddings, he buy gift or he say pray money, all those things. But when they want to divorce, they will tell people they want their privacy. The guy is saying, why do you want your privacy now?
I bought
when for the enjoyment, you call me. I brought a gift. I bought gift. I pay my transport. I lodge in a hotel to come spend a lot of money. But now you all of a sudden 1 year, reach 6 months, you are divorcing. You say, okay, it's our private life. What is private about it? No, you have to share it also with us. The way you are sharing the invitation to come and celebrate with you. So now we share all the sadness also with us. The guy was saying it, which
it makes sense. Yeah. I heard something like that where someone said, I bought a Ashwebi. I came to your wedding. I was part of the entire celebration, and now you guys are no longer together and you don't want me to know what happened. I need to know. I deserve to know. So it's quite true. So bottom line is, for me personally, I know it's not easy for everybody to be like that, to be private about their relationship. Even these days, I'm even posting a bit more. There was a time you are not even going to see nothing. You're not going to see nothing. And like I said, I understand for some people it might be quite difficult to not share their joy. But if you can, the best is just keep it private. Keep it as private as you can. Because once people know, like my husband said, once people know, when there is any tiny chance for them to squeeze themselves in, they know exactly what to say that can mess up your mind. They know exactly what to say that can trigger you, that can make you feel like he doesn't love you, for example, or he's not treating you the way a normal man should treat, for example, because they already know where to enter through. So it's better not to know. So I'm just gonna leave it here. I'm gonna end it. Like I said before, congratulations to Janemena and her husband. She hasn't shown her baby yet. I know she's going to do that sometime soon. I didn't show my baby until he was like 1.5 years old. Like, I didn't show him for almost 2 years. So yes, feel good about doing it. Don't feel pressured. Don't have societal pressure into doing anything on social media, because on social media people come and go. Nothing stays the same. Nothing is permanent. So I'm just gonna end it here again, finally. So I want to thank you all for watching. Thank my husband for answering my question impromptu. I brought him into it without him even, I didn't even give him an invitation. He's just so anyways, thank you for watching. If you like the video, go ahead, thumbs up, like, and follow this page, Blessing Njoh Personal Vlogs, if you're watching on Facebook. But if you're watching it on YouTube, do make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I remain Blessing Njoh, and I will catch you all on my next one.